Lennon? Lennon, can you sing that song? The pollution around here is driving me mad and making my eyes weep.
Remember when the land was a green and pleasant land, and not covered in scars, left by all the cars. Remember when there were birds in the sky, and all the ponds were full of crocs and toads. It was a time before roads. I want you to get out of your cars,
all the way out,
to drive your cars to your local garden centre, and fill the boot up with some turf. That should be more than enough.
Get loads of turf.
Get out of your cars and turf the road today.
No mate, I don't like cars.
Get out of your cars and turf the road today.
No, I don't want a lift.
Plant trees in the motorways and turn the junctions into orchards. Tell your children to go out and play on the motorway. We're healing the scars of Mother Nature, reclaiming the tarmac for Gaia.
Yes, mate.
Get out of your cars and turf the road today.
My car? No way, mate, not doing it.
Get out of your cars and turf the road
They're
today.
asking me to punch Mother Nature in the guts.
Get out of your cars and turf the road
Yeah, I suppose you're
today.
going to drive all the way to George Bush, give him a big kiss.
Get out of your cars and turf the road today.
You made me sick.
Plant trees in the motorways and turn the junctions into orchards. Tell your children to go out and play on the motorway. We want a land that's safe for the frogs and toads and the birds in the sky.
Frogs, man, that's what this is for. Yeah, Mr. Parsley. No letter to the road builders is what I've got to say is, don't you think about the babies, turf the road's the only way. And people look at me so strangely when my daughter goes to play, and I say, hey Floella, go play on the motorway, cause it shouldn't be cars swerving and screeching metal. I should see faraway ferns, leaves, trees and nettles. Put your pedal to the metal and that won't loosen my roots. I'll stomp in your sunroof with my hemp-produced boots, and I'm producing pure truth. I grow geraniums in lay-bys. I've made a veg patch in the fast lane of the M5, and then I give carrots to my favourite collective when I'm raging with Lenin. And our main objective is to turf every road and leave the bike lane intact. And when we're done with all that, we'll take on the train tracks. The ingredients to roads are these elements for construction: tarmac, concrete, death and destruction.
We don't wanna see a grey and dismal land. We just wanna see a green and pleasant land. We don't wanna see a grey and dismal land. We just wanna see a green and pleasant land.
We don't want to see a grey and dismal land.
We just want to see
A green and pleasant land.
We don't want to see
A grey and dismal land.
We just wanna see
A green and pleasant land.
We don't want to see
A grey and dismal land.
We just want to see
A green and pleasant land.
We don't want to see
A grey and dismal land.
We just wanna see a green and pleasant land.
Oh, look, the sun's come out. That's nice, isn't it? Shall we fucking drive to Felix or something? Yeah, get some cider and that. Yeah, let's all bundle in.
Well, 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 that was of course Lennon's
We
Virulent
are
Muscle
the
and
lost
Turf
vagabonds
Roads.
of Mordor.
So,
I, Tabitha, am a
wait,
performance poet.
oh yes, stop
And
it,
Tark in
goodness
here
me.
is
I
a
tell you,
mime
technology is
artist. He
always
is
playing up.
creating shapes.
Anyway, here we go. That should be a
That's it.
bit better. Yes, here we go. If you just tuned in, don't worry, you haven't missed everything. You're listening to the Eclectic Musings radio show on audioburger.com with myself, Sasha Cooper, and of course the wonderful Carl Anderson. Now, Carl, there's a very... we mentioned earlier, just before going into these last couple of tracks, that there is a certain connection with these two tracks with Professor Elemental. Tell us more.
Well, That was Lenin's Virulent Muscle, which was the anarcho-punk band that I was in. They used to use the same rehearsal space as the Las Vegas Mermaids, so they often get confused, but they're totally different bands. And Mr. Parsley, who came in to rap, well, it turns out it was Professor Elemental in a festival hat.
Flippin' heck, really?
Yeah. It appears that someone had put something in his tea that day, and it turned into a flaky hippie.
Flaky hippie? Oh my gosh! I tell you, there's a lot of references to flaky hippies this evening. So
because I'm a punk.
No, that's really cool. I love all these tracks, and I know that the chat room is going mad with these particular tracks as well. So that's really, really good. Mr. Frizz says that somebody's a big hit in France. Is he referring to the band that's being played?
Well, I don't know. I thought that might be. I don't know.
You've no idea. We've completely lost the plot on that one. Anyway, yes, there's quite a lot of good feedback in the chat room for a lot of the stuff there. Oh, Baz from ATS says that the last track sounded like Elliot before he went mainstream. Who the hell is Elliot?
Yeah, didn't he know E.T.? That's the ETs.
Oh, it is Elliot. Is it? Oh, that Elliot.
Oh, is it a different Elliot?
Oh, different Elliot altogether. Yeah, and Free Spirit says, I'm not mad. I went round the bend to the funny farm. But you see, yeah, but I mean, already there's quite a lot of new people into the old chat room here. We've got Moopsy Boo, Booby Cakes, and Schmoopy Bunny. Listen, if you don't like your name that's coming up in the chat room, if you click on the little figure next to your name and then just type in the name that you'd like to be known as, then you can do that as well. Oh, hang on, Carl's had a brainwave.
I've worked out what was big in France. Yes, Mr. Fritz. So I'm involved with a cooperatively put together compilation CD called Godspunk. Is it God's Punk or
God's Spunk?
You said it.
Yeah, God's Spunk. Let's just say it.
No one really knows. But it's a cooperatively put together compilation. And while I was on holiday in France, I hid some in arty places. I don't know what happened to them. They probably got chucked away. I like doing stuff like that, hiding stuff around for people to find. It's very bizarrely the in the chat room, when you type Godspunk, it censors it. It doesn't like that.
That's really mad. But then again, it's technology, isn't it? What do you think about technology automatically censoring everything, Carl? Because this is a bit of an independent radio station, and we do like to speak our minds here, as we know for, well, Johnny. But anyway, what do you think about people having their say and technology automatically censoring?
Well, I'm always against censorship of any kind because I'm a libertarian.
Woohoo! Here we go. Oh, Johnny says, "Fuck off." Here we go. Yeah, but you see, there you go. It is about self-expression, though, isn't it? And we do find this a lot with any type of music. But would you say that the sort of style that you go in for nowadays, would you say that's a lot more freeing in terms of speech and getting this word out there?
I think it's a lot more about the sound and actually doing it. I'm also involved with a kind of collective called the Bald Knobbers, and there's about 30, I think, at the last head count. 30 people involved, and they send an email out and say, we're doing a gig, come and do what you want to do. And it is as a really exciting, cathartic thing to do, because like there isn't a leader, there isn't a conductor who's going to be leading it, telling us when to start, when to stop, when to come in. It's all okay, and we all wear masks, and we all do whatever, and it's possibly more fun to do it than to watch. although watching can be really interesting because the sound builds up, it builds up, it builds up, and then suddenly it's this cacophony of probably about, with the smallest we've done is with 3 people that have me blowing up balloons and letting them off, and 2 people with megaphones making noises. But we can have up to 20 people, and it sort of builds up into a white noise, and like with occasional noises coming out of the white noise, like sounds through fog, and then all these people like playing their hearts out, and playing guitars, bongos, trumpets, shouting, shaking a stick, banging things, and it's really exciting. It's the act of doing. Last year we played at the Supernormal Festival, and that was such great fun. We did a procession into the woods, and we were giving bells and things to people, and there were various people just suddenly brought their own instruments and were playing along with us, and it was just so exciting. You could feel all the people around us. It was like people just shouting and hollering, and like people jumping up and down. It's really exciting. So I think it's, rather than physical words, it's more mental words.
Oh, now you see, there you again, you've already got me inspired to go on to something else altogether. Now, darling, I know you've been dreading this next bit. I know you have, but basically, because we're going into themed series this time round with some of the more internet-based shows, the first 5 or 6 episodes for my show are dedicated to spiritual paths and choices. Now, what you described there that's going on is quite pagan in terms of the expression, but I've got to ask, Carl, what is your spiritual path or choice?
This is very difficult. I've been trying to think of how to. It's very difficult to talk about spiritual things without talking about religion. I have more respect for spiritual than I do religion.
What do you think's the difference between the two?
A spiritual thing is a very personal thing, and it can't be shared with anyone else because it's within you. It's, you can't experience anything through someone else's eyes because you're not that person. Whereas religion tries to tell you what your spiritual side is, and I find it rather divisive, all of them.
Okay, but for your personal thing, I think we were talking a little bit before the show. You don't really. You said to me you don't really believe in anything. Would you class yourself as atheist, or what would you class yourself as?
I don't believe in anything. I believe in science. That's the new religion, isn't it? I'm kind of vaguely loath to say atheist because that comes with a whole bunch, almost as much baggage as saying you've got a particular religion. And something that really drives me mad is people who are fundamentalist in anything. And what really drives me mad is fundamentalist atheists telling people they're stupid for having a religion. That's if you've seen past religion, why are you doing exactly what religion does back at it? Live by example. Don't just shout at people.
Oh,
there you go. I'm shouting at atheists. No,
but